Good morning, ma'am. I am Praful Agarwal, and today I want some insights more about finance. Throw some light on your background.
Yeah, sure. So, my name is Dr. Swati, and I have around 15 years of experience in the domain of academics. From the past 4 years, I have been associated with the Institute of Marketing and Management, New Delhi. In the past, I worked with various organizations across India, and here I'm taking care of finance domain as a specialization. So I teach financial management, advanced financial management, and then specialization subjects. I'm also the program manager for the BBA vertical of IMM. So I've been taking care of that too.
So, ma'am, my first question is, what is finance? What all comes under finance? If we talk about at MBA level, what
Okay.
all comes in under finance?
See, when we talk about finance at MBA level, for the sake of understanding, let's divide it into three parts. So the first part is before any organization starts, or for a running organization, we should exactly know how much funds we are required and at what stages we require those funds. So first part of finance deals with planning, right? So we talk about financial planning, how it is to be done. If a student is aspiring to become a finance manager, he should exactly know how he can come up to a perfect figure, that how much money is required and when it will be required. So we work on a proactive approach. Then once this is done, then we think about from where do we get that finance. So there are various modes of financing for company. It could be in the form of debt, in by raising debentures or by loans, and it could be in the form of equity also. In equity, we can talk about raising an IPO, or maybe if the company is relatively new, then you may need to approach a venture capitalist or for seed funding. So different verticals like that. Once a firm is established, then we talk about money market instruments and capital market instruments. From the point of view of an investor also, we take these things so that a student, when he is working, he is prepared to handle the back office finance, and at the same time he can handle his personal finance also. And then comes the third vertical where we actually put this finance into use. We put this money that we have
Yes.
gathered, these funds, into use. So we talk about capital budgeting when we talk about buying fixed assets, working capital aspect of company, day-to-day expenses, how to manage that, how can we, efficiently use the money that we already have. And once the core business activity ends, whatever finance or whatever money that is remaining with the firm, then they need to invest it in multiple places. So what are the investment options when we think about from the perspective of a company, and at the same time when we think from the perspective of as an individual. So these are the different verticals that we study.
Now, my second question is, what are the prerequisites then one should have before opting finance as a specialization?
Okay,
Prerequisites.
all right. So having a basic understanding of the financial terms, the basic terms is always, it gives you an edge because you can then grasp in the classes in a better way. Though we start from the very
Yes.
basics, MBA being a multidisciplinary course, so PGDM we get students from different disciplines. We get students from science,
Diverse
arts, commerce, right? So we try to bring them to a common
platform.
platform. So in the initial classes, I try to discuss more about the simpler terms and the terminologies of finance. Once we understand those terms, then it is always good if you have an analytical bend of mind. Finance is no more doing accounting or just recording the transactions. It is about all this work is already being done by machines. You get the financial data. Now, how do you use this data? How do you make the best use of it? How do you analyze it and critically come to a solution? Is what we look for in the student, what we train them for, and that is what the industry also wants from the student. So basically, critical bend of mind, problem solving skills, decision making, which is a big part of this industry. Being a finance manager, you have to take decisions and you have to take them right,
Yes, ma'am.
because money is involved,
Money.
right? So these are certain aspects that are beneficial if the student has this kind of an approach, and also some understanding of concepts of Excel,
Excellent.
because Excel is like a stepping stone into any kind of problem solving part or data analysis and crunching. So these are some prerequisites that I think students should have.
Ma'am, what are the entry level job offers available in the market after completing an PGDM or MBA?
Okay. So if we talk about the entry level jobs, there is a slight difference if you have a technical background. If a student has pursued is pursuing or has finished his MBA after a BCom or a BBA and then maybe a CA, CFA or some technical courses, then the kind of jobs that are offered are a little different. But if you come from a non-technical background, you don't have a background of any kind of a financial certification program, CA, CS, then the kind of jobs that are offered to you are a little different, right? So after pursuing CA, CFA, the kind of jobs that you get are investment analyst, as in credit analysis, risk assessment, right? Where you need certain kind of a technical aspect, auditing jobs, taxation, right? And if a student has just finished with a degree in finance, PGDM in finance, and doesn't have a very strong background of any certification program, then in that case, the kind of jobs offered are back office finance, financial management of any manufacturing unit or stuff like that. Then, in banking sector, they have a lot of jobs where you have to work for financial services, product development, financial product development, and then credit rating sort of a jobs. So there is a little difference in kind of jobs you'll be offered.
Ma'am, what are the salary expectation that one can have before after completing MBA without having technical stuff that you have asked?
If you don't have a technical background, the salary expectations, I think, should be very practical, and it changes from time to time, from industry to industry, right? So a lot of things matter. Which company has come for placement, then the whole personality set of the students, and then kind of roles the company is offering, right? But if I have to give a figure, then I think a decent expectation of 7 to 8 LPA per annum as a fresher is good enough.
So, ma'am, now my last question is: Are Big Four hires freshers also, or they hire only experience holder? If yes, if experience holder, then how much of experience that one should have?
Big Four do hire freshers, but the kind of profiles you will be given will be a little, in terms of seniority, would be, I would say, um, middle management kind of a job. So junior manager, right? Consultant grades. So there are grades in consultant, consultant 1, consultant 2, consultant 3. So entry level of consultant jobs, right? Because at the end of the day, these are auditing and consulting firms. So they need, the senior would always be a CA, CFA. So you'll be working in a team where a CA or a CFA will be leading you, right? So they do take freshers, but the salaries that they give to CAs, the salary PGDM students will get will be a little lesser than that. And once you have an experience of 3 to 4 years in the company, then of course the salary could be at par, right? So it is like, at the entry level, students can get into Big Four, but they have to prove their mettle there. So if you are working fine, if you have given good results and the company is happy with you, they will definitely promote.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable insights. Thank you so much.
Wish this information is beneficial for your viewers, and all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am.